Hello, my name is Gina Balsamo with Carpenter Marty Transportation, and I'm here to present the Newman's Branch Road traffic study. The purpose of this contract was to study and assess the traffic impacts of a new Milton Elementary School on the north side of Newman's Branch Road, north of I-64. This study provides recommendations and guidance for implementing strategies to correct existing deficiencies and create a safer and more efficient transportation network for all users. The study is located in Milton, West Virginia, which is just east of Huntington. This map shows the old elementary school here in the middle and the new elementary school on the left side, with one single access point on Newman's Branch Road. Then these blue stars show where we collected count data for this study. This is a high-level overview of the scope, and everything included in this list is shown in the report. So if you have any questions following this, please refer to the report. All of the details are provided in there. So we did a capacity analysis as part of this study, and we looked at the no-build traffic volumes for the AM, PM, and school PM peak hours. So no-build considers the existing situation where the old school is where it is and there is no new school traffic in there. And the build scenario shown here includes that new school traffic at its new location. And this is the 2044 baseline capacity analysis, so projecting the traffic volumes with background growth up to 2044 and showing the baseline situation, so what the existing conditions are showing us the capacity would look like with those traffic volumes. And as you can see here at US 60 and Newman's Branch Road, shown as intersection 3 here on the map, we do have failing levels of service with long delays expected for that southbound movement. And this really shows us that improvements are needed in order to mitigate these long delays. And then going through some of the improvements that we determined as part of this study, the first being a traffic signal needed at Newman's Branch Road. So that includes changing the typical section a bit along 60. So right now, west of Newman's Branch Road, there is a 3-lane typical section. So 1 through lane in each direction with a 2-way left turn lane. That transitions to a 4-lane typical section, so 2 through lanes in each direction. We're recommending that that 3-lane section be extended further to Newman's Branch Road, so that way we can provide exclusive left turn lanes for movements onto Newman's Branch Road. And this is really a safety improvement because that gets that left turning traffic away from the through movement. And then after Newman's Branch Road or east of Newman's Branch Road, that can continue the typical section back to what it is today. East of there, a 4-lane typical section, which goes to a 5-lane. So the traffic signal shown here at Newman's Branch Road also includes some access management at North and South Main Street on 60. This is mostly because you have some left turn movements in and out. The volume isn't high, but the movements are a little bit risky just because it's so close to this intersection. And as you can see, the approaches are a little bit awkward for that vehicle or the driver of that vehicle. So we're recommending some access management here. And also knowing that there's a lot of connectivity to the east here where those vehicles and drivers can still get to where they need to go east of there. So this is the traffic signal option, which is expected to cost about $1.3 million. And then another option, as opposed to a traffic signal, a roundabout could be installed at the intersection. Obviously, a little bit more right-of-way impacts expected with this, but safety improvements that come from roundabouts in the form of traffic calming and less expected high injury crashes, more just property damage only crashes expected. And this is a single lane roundabout with single lane approaches, and the same access management that we had described in the previous option. So everything shown on this concept plan here is expected to cost $4.4 million. Another option presented in this study is widening Newman's Branch Road from US 60 to the proposed school location. This is because of the fact that Newman's Branch Road is a relatively narrow road, and right now you do have school buses and semi trucks driving on the road, but obviously the volume of school buses is expected to increase on the road. So with that in consideration, we are recommending a widening. So each through lane would be 11 feet wide, and then this includes curb and gutter, which would address some of the drainage issues that we've heard from the public. So this option is expected to cost about $9.1 million, and a lot of that is because of right-of-way impacts, as you can see shown on the plan. And then another option of widening, same idea, 11-foot through lanes with curb and gutter, but adding on to that a shared use path that runs along the east side of Newman's Branch Road, just so that way pedestrians and cyclists can get from US 60 all the way up to the school if they desire to. And this option is expected to cost about $13.1 million. And then obviously, since these widening options of Newman's Branch Road are expected to be costly and impactful, an abbreviated version of that was brought up. So this includes just widening in the pinch points, which are considered to be that bridge area under 64, and then the curve just south of 64. So that abbreviated widening is expected to cost about $2 million. Another option is adding some sidewalk along US 60. So there's existing sidewalk, but there are pieces where it's missing or just on one side of the road. So this proposes filling in those gaps along 60, so people can get from the neighborhoods to the school, and also over to the middle school. And this is expected to cost $1.1 million. If you have any questions regarding the study or any of the recommendations, please feel free to reach out to me. My phone number and email provided here. Thank you.